Good afternoon, Pokésports. Welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 7 video, bringing you a MIENSHAO team. Now, I haven't used a MIENSHAO in quite some time. I believe the last time I used it was actually when Series 6 was a thing, so about 3 months ago was the last time I used it. MIENSHAO is a very interesting Pokemon because it's one of the fastest fake outers in the game. It also has ability inner focus, and since it has an inner focus, it can't get intimidated, can't get faked out, can't get flinched in general, so it's a really nice Pokemon to have. And on top of that, it's also one of the fastest coaching in the game. So my thought process here is, hey, let's stick MIENSHAO with fake out, with coaching next to, you know, a very fast physical threat. It's a little bit slower than MIENSHAO. My thought process was none of those Pokemon. Where do these go? Kartana. Kartana is the best option that I could possibly think of. We're going to be boosting its attack, boosting its defense. The Assault Vest is already there to boost its special defense. And we're just going to try to make Kartana very disgusting. Let's see if this works. We also do have a Rotom on the team, followed by a Grimmsnarl with full Incense in case we have to have a little bit of speed control. And the Zapdos here, just in case I need some max Airstreams for more speed control. And, is that the team? Oh, no, we have a Heatran, too. That's the team. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. Let's shoot for 100 likes in this video, and let's get on to these battles. Right off the bat, seeing that Sylveon, and I know something wants to break weakness policy. It's probably that Salamence. That's not great news considering I don't have a really good way to deal with the Salamence. That Salamence is actually going to be a big problem. My opponent is definitely going to want to bring it, for sure. Okay. Okay, maybe Zapdos is our answer to Salamence. Also, maybe just removing Sylveon in general is our answer to Salamence. So let's just go MIENSHAO, let's go Kartana. Let's hope for the best. We have a fake out that's faster than both of his fake outs. He can't intimidate us except for the Kartana. But we should be in a pretty good spot. At least good enough to where I feel like we can deal with the Incineroar. Or do we just go Zapdos? Now, because if we go Zapdos, we can't take out the Sylveon. We definitely do need Zapdos, just not in the lead. And the Lillaboom is going to be another Pokemon that's going to be irritating, but it's not going to be impossible. We could bring Rotom to at least soak up the electric type attacks, but it wouldn't even soak it up that well. Let's do Heatran. Let's do Heatran, because we can't also forget about the Metagross. And if Metagross doesn't have weakness policy, it probably has Assault Vest, which isn't good news for my Heatran, but we'll see how this goes. It's a very funky team. This could also, I could just be overthinking it. This is just a Metagross weakness policy with Salamence Bulldoze. But I don't know, that Sylveon seems very out of place. So I'm just going to make assumptions for now. Okay, Incineroar and Salamence. I'm not too mad about this. In fact, I'm pretty happy. Double Intimidate, so my Kartana is going to be practically useless. But hey, oh well. I think this first turn is pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to close combat into this instant since we know he can't fake us out. And I'm going to take this opportunity to hard swap. Does Salamence have any fire moves? I highly doubt it. But I know it might have Bulldoze. I'm gonna go into Heatran. Because I don't think it has reason to go for Bulldoze here unless this is like weakness policy Incineroar. And if it is, then hey, I guess I should have predicted it. That's not very common enough for me to want to predict, but I've seen crazier things happen in best of one scenarios. Double Intimidate is definitely not something I want to do, so I have to get out of here. Let's go into Heatran. Okay. Hard swaps out. Goes into Metagross. So he might just be going for the max Airstream here onto my MIENSHAO, which would be sad, but not the end of the world. Oh boy, my opponent recognizes that this the Salamence is going to be a problem for me. Close combat, thankfully, should do a decent amount of damage to where I'm pretty confident a Heat Wave can take it out. The only bad news is he's now going to be able to outspeed me next turn. And he has a decision to make. I'm gonna save the Salamence for my Zapdos. I'm gonna let my Zapdos be the one to deal with it. So I think what I have to do here... Ooh, it's a Life Orb and everything. What I have to do here is... Wait, are you lefties? Okay, so weakness policy is 100% on that Salamence. So I'm gonna avoid it as much as I can. Let's go for a knockoff onto Metagross. And let's go for a Heat Wave onto Metagross. And we'll see where that takes us. Since it doesn't look like he's Bulldoze, because he has, like, you know, Life Orb. Went back into... Well, that's not good. I didn't think he'd want to do that. Is he just trying to commit to KOing the MIENSHAO? I mean, it was a smart switch. She would have just gone down there if that was the case. But yeah, he's just going to commit to KOing the MIENSHAO. I mean, at the very least, this gives me the opportunity to swap into my Zapdos, which I feel like is the only thing I could do against that thing. I do get a Heat Wave off, which is nice damage. Burn would be nice. Nope. Let's just go into Zapdos. We can't go into Kartana until we get rid of this Incin. I'm actually more afraid of this Incin than this Salamence right now. I'm still having a hard time determining whether this is a physical or a special Salamence. I guess we'll figure that out later. But for now, what I think I'm going to do is just... I think it's pretty safe to go for Earth Power onto Incin. I'd say it is. Because he still hasn't shown us a ground move. He still hasn't even shown us what attack damage he is. And we know that he has a Metagross in the back. And he has his flying type on the field. So this Earth Power should be relatively safe. As far as I know, none of those Pokemon can get Ally Switch. So even more safe. There's the Wormwind. Okay, so that just means he does not have... Ah, that does so much damage. Like, significantly more than I wanted it to. Jeez. My dude does not like attack damage, by the way. You see how much, how like many ways he has to just shut down my attack Pokemon? Anyway, we're gonna get the Incineroar down low enough, followed by the Earth Power into Incin, because it doesn't look like he fake outed there. So hey, we get the free KO on Incin, I think. Was that Citrus or Pinch? Looks like Citrus. Okay, yeah, I think we still KO. And thankfully, I think the Salamence Dynamax should also be ending right about now. We get rid of one of their Intimidators. It still will outspeed my Zapdos. I just have to hope that it doesn't do enough damage to KO my Zapdos. Considering how much damage that did, I'm feeling physical. It's feeling like a very physical Salamence. I'm hoping it's not Draco Meteor so I can actually take a hit. He goes into a Lecky too. I say I guard this, and I say I Earth Power a Lecky. Yeah, let's do that. I still have one more turn of Dynamax after that, after this turn, so might as well try to stall it out a little bit. See how long I keep my Zapdos on the field for. Volt switches. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the Earth Power on the Metagross, which isn't the end of the world because we know it's leftovers. This game is very difficult. I don't know if you guys are noticing. I'm struggling a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. The sad news is, ooh, it is Draco. Okay, at least I protected correctly. And I don't think this KOs, but it'll definitely hurt. Ooh, close. Very close. I have to hope that I could take a Draco slash... Hope that he misses. So let's go for that. Airstream followed by the Heat Wave here. Yeah, let's go for Heat Wave. Heat Wave is a guaranteed KO on the Metagross as long as it connects. We outspeed! Okay, wait, this is huge. Oh no! My poor opponent. Oh, that's such big news for us. He had to not be max speed EVs, right? Because I think he went for 2 Airstreams, did he not? Yeah, he went for 2 Airstreams. What's happening, Tom? Hey, I'll take it. Of course you avoid. Did my dude just go for... Okay. My friend over here has been training with Martin Solrock. I am utterly confused. Good news here. I now technically have Tailwind. So I should be theoretically outspeeding everything on the field. I'm going to go for double Heat Waves here. Because can't possibly miss all 4. Protect with Meta. Okay. I'm fine. Zapdos Heat Wave outspeeds. It won't be KOing the Rillaboom, but it'll be doing significant enough damage. He outspeeds, goes for T-Bolt. Into my Heatran. Okay. That might have been a mistake. So my Zapdos is the one outspeeding, not the Heatran anyway. That was a +2, still not outspeeding Regieleki. That's how dumb Regieleki is. I guess that should be expected. Anyway, I can go into Kartana here. And all I gotta do is go for Heat Wave again. That should be game. Then Leaf Blade into you. I'm pretty sure even though Metagross is at like +1 special defense, it's still not taking a Heat Wave from a Zapdos. But I gotta say, Cosmic Power blew my mind. Yes, amazing. We double connect. That should be double KO. And taking the game with Zapdos. MIENSHAO did something. Not sure what it did exactly. I mean, it forced 2 attacks from Salamence into itself to then do some damage with close combat to Metagross, followed by doing some damage with knockoff on Incineroar. So hey, he helped. Anyway, next to the oh, I just realized this is my first time winning. Next battle. Very hyper offensive team by Tao. Wow. Everything is fast and everything hits like a truck. Okay. How do we tolerate this? We're definitely going to need a way to deal with the Celesteela. I'm feeling a Zapdos and Heatran, maybe. Maybe not in the lead, but we definitely want to bring it. Fake Out does well against this team. It's just not great against that Spectrier, since, you know, Spectrier things. We can't fake out the Spectrier. But we can fake out the rest of the team, which I think is pretty worthwhile. Let's go with the MIENSHAO lead, and let's also go for... I'm liking Zapdos. It deals with everything we need to deal with immediately. And also we can get some Airstreams going to eventually outspeed the Spectrier with just one of them. Let's also go Heatran here just because it's our other way to deal with the... Celesteela, and we also get our Earth Power for that Nihilego. What do we end off with? Rotom? Is Rotom good enough? Rotom might be good enough. Let's do Rotom. So we're not doing any coaching thing in this battle. For obvious reasons, we're bringing 3 special attackers, but I don't think it'll matter too much. At least we know that his Intimidate will be kind of useless because we have Inner Focus and 3 special attackers. But Tao, what do you got? Spectrier, okay, Spectrier and Grimm. I mean, this ain't the end of the world, right? We get a pretty good opportunity to take out a Grimmsnarl, which I think is a pretty big deal. So let's go for Fake Out onto Grimm. And let's just go for the max Airstream onto Grimm. We're going to double up into Grimm. Grimms tend to go very specially defensive. So if my opponent decided to go with the standard spread on Grimmsnarl, I might not be able to take it out here. But hey, we're going to get a lot of chip damage with the Fake Out, if anything. Because MIENSHAO hits like a truck. We're Dynamaxing, which means our opponent is not Dynamaxing. Okay. That's an even bigger news. Even better, bigger news. Because we're going to get a free Airstream, outspeed Spectrier next turn. Spectrier is not going to be able to take out my Zapdos. And I think we'll be in a pretty good spot, since not a lot of the Pokemon on his team really want to deal with the Zapdos. Ooh, Snarl's gonna miss the MIENSHAO, hit the Zapdos. That's annoying. Now we're definitely not going to knock out the Grimmsnarl. It's always a 50-50 whether the Spectrier is going to be a support Spectrier or a Dynamax Spectrier. In this case, I lost the 50-50. But good news is, MIENSHAO should be able to outspeed next turn, and I'll be able to knock off the Spectrier. So let's do that. Let's do just that. Let's go for the knockoff. Honestly, just in case it's Sash, I'm going to double down into it. My MIENSHAO should be outspeeding my Zapdos anyway. Ooh, the trick lagging tail onto my Zapdos. That's annoying, but hey, we should be able to get rid of Spectrier. Yeah, nice. The good news about the whole trick lagging tail thing is that it only takes effect the following turn. So, at the very least, we are now the fastest thing in -7 priority or whatever it is. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh well. Oh, of course it is. Celesteela. Yikes. How about I just go for the close combat on Grimm to knock it out? Maybe I just take this last opportunity to get one lightning off. On the Celesteela? Is that risky? The Celesteela is definitely their Dynamax spawn, I think. Maybe, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna knock off the weakness policy first, and then just go for one max lightning. That sounds like a better idea. Let's get rid of the item that's a problem and then hit him with the super effective move. Granted, it looks like my opponent is also going to be going for their own Dynamax. That's a heavy ball, so it's probably Celesteela. So it's probably just going to be going for a max airstream onto our dude, our MIENSHAO. How afraid are we right now? Oh, very afraid. Okay. That's definitely going to be a rock fall coming to my Zapdos' face. But like I said, at least we get rid of the policy if it had one. Assault Vest, never mind. An Airstream, also never mind. Nothing that I thought was going to happen happened. They're just lowering my special defense for later, I guess? I don't know. +1 should not be able to outspeed my MIENSHAO next turn anyway. So let's just go for the max lightning. We got rid of the assault vest. How much is this gonna do? Sizable amount of damage for losing my life orb and also losing, you know, 1 boost to my attack, bringing myself down to -1. So I guess I'll take that. Zapdos is now gonna go down very quickly unless I do something about the Celesteela. Just because I have -2 special defense. I'm going to go for the close combat onto Grimm so I can take this turn to hard swap into something that wants to take something from Celesteela. My next best Pokemon to do that is Rotom. Thankfully, the rest of my team can deal with the Celesteela, so it's pretty good news he decided to Dynamax that Pokemon. The only issue is that it's going to be outspeeding all my Mons. Ooh, okay. He didn't go for any fancy move. So no more fake tears from the Grimm, which is nice. I was able to just knock out the Grimm for free. I'm pretty sure my opponent decided to go for the Zapdos KO here, right? Yeah, there's the Rockfall. Okay. Rockfall is gonna also take out my MIENSHAO, though. But at least this now leaves my opponent with a decision. Either he can't attack both my Mons, and one of them is gonna knock him out. Either my Rotom or my Heatran. We gotta see what the last Mon is, though. I'm gonna bring in Zapdos for one reason only. He might have a Landorus still. Rotom, their own Rotom. Rotom Heat. I think I doubled down into Celesteela here. I'm gonna double up into Celesteela. I think Heat wants to protect because incoming Hydro Pump maybe. And then the Celesteela wants to go for the Rockfall onto my Zapdos. I still have the Lagging Tail or the Full Incense, so I'm gonna go last no matter what. But okay, just went for the Airstream, never mind. We do eat that up. Followed by the Rotom attacking one of my Mons. Which one's gonna pick? Nasty plot. Even worse! Even worse. Yikes. Take it out! Oh, so close, man. I got the pair, but it doesn't matter. I want to get at least some damage off on that Rotom Heat, but sadly that isn't the case. Oh, what's my next course of action? Do I gotta protect my Rotom? I guess I do. Gotta find a way to somehow beat this Rotom with 3 Pokemon. Reminder, this is a +2 Rotom that could probably knock out my Rotom with just one Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna have to stall out the attacks a little bit, try to space them out. To just try to get as much sand damage, plus, you know, just keep my Pokemon alive as long as possible. I'm gonna protect my Rotom. Hopefully he doesn't read that and go for the Zapdos. Onto Rotom. Nice! Alright, good. We're making reads! That is no damage, but hey, it is some damage. The thing is, I think I have to double protect with Rotom just to stall out more turns. Because he's going to be like, well, I have to go for the Rotom now. He's surely not going to double protect. Oh, dang. It failed. But hey, that's the smartest move. Alright, taking out my Rotom. Sad times. Alright, I think we still... Oh, come on. Stop making this difficult for me. Oh, no. This is going to come down really close. I'm not going to lie. Electricity disappears from the battlefield. That's kind of big considering my Heatran is grounded. I took away all of his DVDs. No movies for 1 week. I think Rotom wants to attack Heatran. I'm going to protect Heatran. I think Rotom wants to attack Heatran. Let's see. Am I right with my predictions? Nice! Okay, so at the very least, I understand how Pokemon is played. Now, can we win this game? I got so much chip damage off on this Rotom. Sandstorm subsides. I hate that. And now I can only hope that somehow, some way we can pull this game out. My highest damage output is my Heat Wave. So let's just do it. There's the T-Bolts. It's gonna hurt. But we take it. That's huge news. And we connect with the Heat Wave. That should be game. I think our correct predictions is what brought us that victory. Because I'm pretty sure, like, had I not protected that turn 1, my Rotom goes down. Had I not protected with my Heatran that turn 1, the Heatran... I guess the Heatran didn't go down immediately. But you know what? It would have gone down eventually. So we're going to take the victory against Tao. Not bad. Double little ball Pokemon? Got the Clefairy with the Togedemaru. Okay. I see the Lightning Rod. I see the weakness policy on the Moltres. Followed by the 3, you know, strong physical Mon core. The Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Landorus-T. Got Intimidate, got Fake Out, has dark moves to hurt me. But hey, this might be a pretty good opportunity to go ahead and lead with the MIENSHAO. I have to be a little bit worried with Togedemaru because of the Lightning Rod. So I can't just go ahead and bring in my Zapdos and start firing off some attacks, sadly. But if I go MIENSHAO and I go with Kartana, yes, I could get intimidated, but I think I can worry about that later. Because I will be able to coach. Maybe that's like a late game option. What if we do Grim Zapdos in the lead with Kartana, MIENSHAO in the back? Is that good enough? It might be all we got, so let's go ahead and do it. And if I know anything about Togedemaru, it typically goes in the lead. So we'll be able to fake it out if we have to. And I'm pretty sure Fake Out plus Max Flare from a Life Orb Zapdos will be enough to knock it out. The Giddy. Okay, so we predicted the lead perfectly. Oh, that's right. We didn't bring the MIENSHAO. Well then. Whoa. I'm going to go for a trick onto you. Give them that full incense. And I think I take this opportunity to just go for the max airstream to match. No, because it doesn't matter. We're gonna get rid of his speed anyway. Wait, just realized he's a dark type. I can't give him anything. Okay, good thing I realized that eventually. So what do? I'm in such a bad position now. Let's Spear Break you. Let's Max Flare you. And let's hope for the best. But he's just going to Volt Switch out, I think. The Togedemaru. Man, the one time I didn't bring MIENSHAO, it's just like, I really wanted it here. Well, I mean, I brought it, but it's in the back. It's waiting for its turn to play. Oh, boy. Dynamax is going to happen. I predicted this lead so well, too. I just didn't bring the right things for it. Grimmsnarl, why do you disappoint me? Alright, Moltres, show me what you got. Who's the better bird? Oh. Is he giving me a freebie here? Was that a freebie? He didn't proc his Dynamax, so weakness policy stuff thing. He's giving me freebies! Or she, I'm sorry. I gotta work on my pronouns. I've been trying my best. Air balloon? Okay. Airstream. That's bad. But it's not the end of the world. Because we can match it after that turn. And I still have a full incense to give to somebody. And as long as this Moltres doesn't get its weakness policy procced, and as long as I just got rid of their lightning rod user, then I am pretty keen to victory, my friend. I'm not going to touch that Moltres yet. Okay. Doesn't make too much of a difference. I can get rid of his Choice Scarf, which is all I really need. So let's do that. Let's trick him that full incense, and then let's go for the Airstream onto you, sir. Alright, cool. Now, I wonder if I get rid of the Choice Scarf, does that eliminate his speed right there? Or is this all vested anyway? Cool, we'll be able to speed him. Now we don't. Grimmsnarl is gonna still live at 2. What is this Grimmsnarl? Wait, why did Grimmsnarl take that second one so much better than the first one? That must have been like the perfect definition of min-max damage. Rock Slide's not gonna do it. And thankfully, the Assault Vest was taken off the Landorus, so all I have to do is KO it here with the Airstream. This is Life Orb Airstream, should definitely KO it. Or close enough. I mean, it's gonna be the slowest thing on the field next turn anyway. Now what's left for us? MIENSHAO? No, that'd be a little bit dumb. Might be too late. That ship might have sailed already. I mean, not really. I couldn't knock off the weakness policy. I like that. I can knock off the weakness policy. The only bad thing is I kind of bait him into another max airstream onto my MIENSHAO, but whatever. I'm going to knock off the weakness policy on the Moltres, and then just followed by another airstream to KO the Landorus. By knocking off the weakness policy, all I have to do is go for Thunderbolts, and I should be able to take care of the Moltres eventually. Now, if Moltres decides to go for a max darkness, that might be a little bit of an issue. It goes for max darkness onto my Zapdos, and then it can just go for Fiery Wrath the following turn to knock me out. Oh, no. Dang it. Well, no, this is fine. Because now, what that means is I'm going to be outspeeding the Moltres again. Which is all that I needed. Yep, okay, so now I'm going to be outspeeding Moltres. Perfect. Because he's at +2. I'm at +2. It's a good time to be alive. Get rid of that weakness policy. Nice. I don't want it. Get it out of here. Now, that's the one good thing about MIENSHAO, though. Not a lot of Pokemon have... you know, not a lot of Pokemon have the move knockoff. It's like a very, very scarce move. So the fact that it even has knockoff is good in and of itself. I'm going to go for the close combat onto Urshifu. I feel like Urshifu wants to sucker punch my Zapdos. It definitely does. Typically, you never want to do this against an Urshifu, but I'm predicting a sucker punch. So let's do that. Yeah, the one time you want to protect against an Urshifu goes for the air slash. As we can't flinch because of inner focus. That's right. Okay, I was about to say as long as we don't flinch, but we're good. We get the free close combat on the Urshifu. Please don't be focus sashed. It will be. Okay. Now what? I'm gonna hard swap this into Kartana. He's gonna sucker punch me again. Kind of just want to fake out the Urshifu later, but might be more worthwhile to let MIENSHAO go down. Yeah, I'm gonna let MIENSHAO go down, and then I'll hard swap into Kartana there. Because the sucker punch is so obvious that I don't want to fall victim to it, you know. And that looks like it's gonna be a Fiery Wrath turn, so I also don't want to lose my Zapdos that way. Yikes! Okay, but I take it. Bad news though. I just realized I got rid of all my speed boosts. No, we're in danger. This isn't good. This is what I deserve. Okay. We protect. No, he wins. He just all she has to do is go for Fire Wrath over and over. Yeah, it's game. At least I'm getting the sucker punches, right? Oh, went for air slash. Well, I'm extra dead. Oh, we living though. Okay. Well, like I said, Fire Wrath is all she has to do. We brought this down to a 1-0 at the very least. But Moltres, at the end of the day, we didn't take care of it when we had the opportunity to, and it's just gonna steamroll the game. GG to my opponent. She did a great job. What do we even do here as the last move? I I guess Smart Strike is our highest damage output. Fiery Wrath. End of the game. Oh well. We got so close. But the fact that Urshifu Sucker Punch was there at the end of the game really did slow us down. And the fact that our Zapdos took so much damage from this Moltres. We also shouldn't have swapped out the speed. We should have tried to maybe make something happen with it. Go for the double protect if anything. But even then, there's no guarantee that we get it. And there's also no guarantee that my opponent decides to keep going for Sucker Punches. She could have switched that at any time. So anyway, let's get you guys this rental if you want to use MIENSHAO. And here's the MIENSHAO team. Make sure to try it out. Link is in the description to the Pokepaste along with the rental code as well. This team is out for a limited time only like most teams here on Pokésports. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below. Also, I gotta say, this team was a lot of fun. It's not the best team in the world. It does have its clear weaknesses. Number one weakness being that I feel like the Trick and Thunder Wave is kind of redundant on Grimmsnarl. I really wanted Fake Out there, that one option, but I also felt like, hey, I have Fake Out on MIENSHAO. I don't need Fake Out on Grimmsnarl, but I kind of would want that now that I'm looking at it. But if you guys want to change that up on the Pokepaste, feel entirely free to. This team does function really well. It's really good for laddering. It's pretty straightforward too, quite simple to use. We didn't get to use coaching like at all today, but the option is there with Kartana. The only problem is that there's so many Intimidators, right? So maybe coaching next to a Thundurus might even be something that you can consider, or like something a little bit slower than MIENSHAO that can stand in front of an Intimidator and not care too much. But anyway, this video was a lot of fun. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out.